Hey, this is Georgie. Welcome to Georgie's Room of Rock. How's everyone doing out there today? Everyone's having a nice week. Been nice weather here in the Northeast. Got 70 degrees today. It was 83 yesterday. It's crazy. It's that freaking warm in April, but it got a little cooler today. It's going to be back in the 50s this week, so that kind of ruins it. But anyway, hope everything's good where you guys are. Hope you're having a nice week, and hope the weather's nice where you are. And time for another video. Now, this video here is probably the weirdest video I'm going to do here, because it's just a hypothetical kind of, if you saw thumbnails, a Hypothetical KISS album. So I've actually thought about this for years, before I even had a YouTube channel. Way before that, I thought about having if the original KISS had broken up, but they put another album out before Peter had left. Peter had left in like 2000, around that time, during the farewell tour, the farewell tour, at about 2000, like I said, and he didn't even finish the tour because Eric Singer came in and finished it. But what if they decided that was really going to be it? They decided to put one more album out together before he left. So what I did is made it's a hypothetical album, but actually with actually songs from Ace, Paul, and Gene and Peter, from their solo albums, from 90 something till like the 2000s, where they from their albums. And I tried to pick songs that sound like they'd be KISS songs, and actually be on a KISS album. So I went through the songs and I picked out things for that, and so it was a nice, cool idea. And I'm going to show you. Here's the album cover. I came up with an album cover, so you can see that. Let's see what you think of that. And I got a back cover with the songs listings on them. So, excuse me. I did that. It's very crude because I like this on my phone. I don't have a computer to do it on. Like, my son has a computer. I don't know how to do that stuff. Make it look really nice. So, and you see I call the album Black and White. And the reason I called it Black and White, because when KISS started back in the 70s, that was their theme. They were black and white. Black leather and stuff, white and black makeup. And yeah, Ace had his silver. But basically, they were black and white. And if you look at the first album, it's basically black and white with silver in it. Hotter Than Hell, they're in black and white, right? Just to Kill, they're in black and white. So I called this little hypothetical album Black and White, kind of like that. So I thought that was kind of a cool, kind of like almost like a full circle kind of thing, the way they did it. So we'll go over what I would picture as the tracks and show you the albums that came from and the stuff. Like I said, they're just little solo albums from the one album, and Gene and Paul each put out a solo album. Ace put out a bunch. I only picked a couple from that. So I have picked 9 songs plus one outro, and I'll explain the outro at the end. So first song I picked was from Paul Stanley's album, and it was the title track "Live to Win." That was written by Paul Stanley, Desmond Child, and something Carlson. I can't pronounce the name because I didn't. Andreas Carlson, I think that's what it is. And "Live to Win" is a great opening track for this, if it was a real KISS album, because it just sounds like a KISS song. Because if all the guys in the band, Paul's albums always sound like a KISS album, because that's what it sounds. His 2 solo albums, that sounds the most KISS-like, in my opinion. And also, I was like going with the idea of like the band actually recorded these as the band. It would sound more like KISS. But so "Live to Win" was the first song I thought of to put on. That'd be track 1. And I'm doing this in if this was a CD, because if this come out, it would be like 2002, 2001, whatever. And that's when CDs were in. The big vinyl thing did not quite happen yet. So that's going to be just 9 tracks and 10 tracks based with the outro that I made up. Okay, the second song I picked was from Gene's album, and the Asshole album, and it's "Weapons of Mass Destruction." And to me, it's a pretty heavy song. Gene wrote it himself, and it's it sounds like it could be a song, a Kiss song. I mean, it's heavy because a lot of his album is very polarizing, just like his first one. It's very different. But I thought the song was good. I said that sounds like it could be a Kiss song. So that would be track 2. Track 3 would be another one from Paul's album. It's called It's Not Me. That was written by Holly Knight, Paul Stanley, and Charlie. Looks like Charlie Midnight. And so it was another good song, a little slower, but not super slow, nothing ballady on that one. But It's Not Me is a pretty good song. It sounds like it could be a Paul song that fits in pretty good to the third song, in my opinion. So It's Not Me would be the third song. Fourth song would be from the Mighty Ace Frehley, and it's from his Anomaly album. But I picked the song Sister. That's probably the oldest song he had when he put this album out at the time. This goes back to Sister song, goes back to the 90s. So I picked Sister because it sounds like it could be a Kiss song. It sounds like album he would have picked it, and that would have been on the album. So I picked Sister. And the Sister song Ace wrote, apparently by himself. He's the only one credited on the song to write it. So I thought that was a good choice for that. And then you get to track 5, and I picked something from Chris Catt, and it was titled the first song "Bad Attitude." And I thought it was good because Peter, he wrote part of it. It's for Peter, Chris, Mark Montag, and what the heck is his name? I wrote it down. I can write it down right. Let me see if I can remember who else wrote that song. Carry On. Last name's Carry On. I don't know the first name. And it's a heavy song. But the album is pretty, for Peter Chris, it's pretty heavy. I tried to pick something from his 2000 album, All for One. But, or was it One for All? I forgot. One for All. It was just not a good album. It's not. I kept it because it's Peter, but it's really not a great album. And I couldn't find anything on it that would sound like it'd be a Kiss song. Bad Attitude sounds like a good Kiss song. I didn't get the cover of the album too, but that was a good one. I thought so. Track 5 would be Bad Attitude by Peter Chris. I only picked one song by Peter for this because I couldn't really think of anything else that would sound like a Kiss song. So Peter only gets one track on here. And the next song I picked would be track 6, written by Gene, and it's Sweet and Dirty Love from the Asshole album. Another good song that sounds like it could be on a Kiss album, if that's what if they wanted to do. I thought it was a pretty good one. Again, credited to just Gene, so I liked that one, so I picked that one. And that's the last song by Gene. I only picked 2 songs from Gene because on this album there really is nothing else that really sounds like a Kiss song. It's very polarizing. His album, the songs are very different for Gene. There's Gene looking that way back in the day, back in 2000s. So that would be track number 6. Track number 7, again, would be from Paul's album, and it's Bulletproof. And this was also written by Stanley and Carlson guy, whoever it is. And it's a good song too. It sounds like it could be a Kiss song. And that's the whole point of this. It sounds like this could have been an album with Paul would have sang it. And it would have been the guys playing it would have been pretty good. So it sounds like a Kiss song. So that's why that one's there. Track 8 is from this one. It's from this tribute album, but Ace is on the last song. It's actually a song called "Take Me to the City," and that is written by Ace alone. And that's a really good song. That definitely sounds like it could be a Kiss song. So as I'm putting that on there, that's the 8th track, "Take Me to the City" by Ace. And then track 9 is "Wake Up Screaming" from Paul, written by Paul Stanley, Desmond Child, and that Carlson guy again. And again, for this album, because really just a lot of songs out, it could be any Kiss song, and Paul really is the guy that kept Kiss together for all those years and all that stuff going on in the 80s and stuff. Paul kept the band together. That's why he gets most of the songs. His songs are most Kiss-like, all his solo songs. So that's it. Wake Up Screaming would be the final track on here, and then there would be an outro at the end. And consider like I said, hypothetically, it was the last album they ever did, and they decided to go out with the original band. This would be the last song, the last album they do. If this would, let's say, Sonic Boom and Monster never came out, and they just stopped then. That's why I decided to do it this way. So the outro would be actually a fade-in of Strutter from the first album, and just like 10, 12 seconds, and it fades back out. It's kind of like Black Diamond comes in and comes out at the end of Double Platinum. That'd be it. It'd be the beginning of Strutter from the original album, and then fade out. And that'd be it, because that Kiss goes full circle. At the end of the album, goes right full circle to Strutter, the album they started with. So that is my thing on the Hypothetical KISS album. I thought it was pretty cool idea. Maybe it's a kind of stupid idea compared to who's watching it. If you're not a Kiss fan, you're gonna think this is completely stupid. But you know, I thought it was different, so that's why I decided to do something silly like that. Xander over at Kiss Army Things, I told him about it, and a couple other friends, and they said, "Oh, it's a cool idea." So you know, he was interested in it. So hopefully he likes it. You know, we'll see. You know, like I said, it's you know, I said it's a crude little thing I'm doing, but I thought it was a nice idea. So that's it. And I hope if you liked it, you know, you're a Kiss fan, you'll give me a comment on what you thought of it. I thought it was stupid. I mean, I don't care. I'm not going to take offense to it. But that's it. All right, so anyway, again, if you like what you see here, please like and subscribe and comment and all that fun stuff. Keep rock and metal alive. Keep Kiss alive. Bye.